My name is Tanya Turner. I'm a dietitian at the MUSC Weight Management Center, and I'm going to be talking to you today about dining out. And so I'm going to go ahead and get some started with some fun facts. So we all know that we eat out way too often, but these are just some facts. I actually think that they probably may be a little bit higher by now, but they say that 75% of the U.S. population eats out at least twice per week, and an eighth of people eat out at least one time per day. I know here at MUSC, even going to Sodexo and getting lunch from the cafeteria or going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, those are called dining out experiences. Anytime the food is out of your hands in terms of meal preparedness and portion sizes, that's dining out. The other thing we know is that portion sizes are just way bigger than what they should be. And so they're generally about 3 to 4 times the size of what our meals should be on our dinner plate, which just means there's more opportunities the more often that we eat out for more calories, and it's harder and harder for us to stay within a lower calorie diet for weight change or weight loss or even just for maintenance. And so how does that happen? Well, restaurants are smart. They give us bigger plates, bigger bowls, bigger serving spoons, and they know that more is better. And a lot of times we think more is better and more better for our wallet, but not necessarily for our waist. So this is just a really cute example of how things have gotten bigger. And so in 1950s, the size of your hamburgers and things like that, all the way up to now. The big thing is that, you know, a 42-ounce soda, you would never go in and get a liter of soda at the grocery store, put a straw in it, and walk out. But that's essentially what we're doing when we're going to a restaurant and dining out. If you're getting an extra large soda, or even if you think about when you're sitting at a restaurant, if you get something like sweet tea and they're coming around and pre-pouring your cup back up, it's very easy to overdo your beverages. Same thing here, you're almost getting 3/4 of a pound of meat, and so if you got a pound of hamburger at a grocery store, more than likely you wouldn't go home and make it into maybe 1 1/4 patties. You would have 3 or 4 patties out of that. So just kind of some really quick ideas of how your portions can get out of hand. So what can we do? The big thing is just going into a dining out experience as you would go in any other experience with regards to just being mindful of your balance, your variety, and your proportions, and keeping everything in moderation. And so we're not saying you can't ever dine out again or you shouldn't do it at all, but just how you're doing it and what you're doing when you're going is really important. So definitely plan ahead, look on restaurant websites, go on online programs and check out, okay, if I'm going to be going here at MyFitnessPal and this is what I get at a Thai restaurant, type that food option in, and then maybe you can kind of at least get a ballpark idea of how many calories you're going to be spending at that meal. There's tons of apps out there. More and more restaurants are required to put their foods as well as their beverages on the menu, so it makes it really, really easy. But I know in Charleston in particular, we have lots of really local, small restaurants that aren't required to do that. So that's where using some of these online tools can be really helpful. And then I think also planning for those meals. And so knowing that if you're going out for dinner, maybe just, you know, don't starve yourself all day and not eat calories so you've got all of your calories for that evening meal, but be smart about it. Eat smaller meals throughout the day so that when you're going to the restaurant, you're not hungry. And then also stay hydrated. So definitely, I think when you're ordering, being prepared to say no to certain things or make those special requests. More and more people have food allergies and intolerances, so it's not uncommon these days for people to just almost remake their entire meal. Saying no to those extras like bread baskets or chips at the Mexican restaurant is easier said than done, right? Look for those healthy options at a meal, or even doing a la carte, sharing meal items, getting things on the side, so dressings on the side at all times, substituting sides if it comes with fries, ask for steamed vegetables or small side salad, and getting things with no additional fats or oils. If something even has, you know, a fried chicken or fried shrimp on top of a salad, ask if they can do it grilled or baked, and more than likely they're going to make those changes for you. Then the other things to keep in mind are to pace yourself. And so especially if you're doing a multi-course meal, those calories can add up over time. And we know from research that the more foods people are offered, the more that they're going to consume them. And so that's, again, where our calories can get out of control. So instead, you know, leave something on your plate every single time they bring something, you know, at least a quarter of it or half of it if you can. Get a to-go box up front or at the end of the meal before that you ask for your check. And really just, you know, trying to be more avoiding things that could be risky for you. So communicate versus just focusing on your food. Don't ask to see the dessert menu. Try to stick with your calorie-free fluids throughout the meal. So some of the things I like to look for are things that are grilled, baked, steamed, roasted, poached, broiled, things that don't have any added fat, and really just being mindful of things that are going to be fried, crunchy, crispy, anything that's breaded essentially are things you want to watch out for, as well as even sauteed. And so that's something that a lot of times that we do at home and it's really healthy, but you can use a lot of fat at a restaurant when doing it. So those are just some really quick tips. The best thing I can say is just to plan ahead, prepare, know what you're getting into, going into the restaurant with an idea. If you don't know what you're getting into, you're on a vacation, the best suggestion is to really just watch your portions and make that healthiest way possible. If you have any additional questions or need anything, you can visit our website at the Weight Management Center at MUSC. We have lots of tips and we have lots of things where we would be happy to help you with. Thanks so much.